I'm Nandi, and I'll be your lovely host for today's redesign. This is something I kinda wanted to do as a series in the next coming months, and I usually don't talk in my videos, so I hope this gives a nice change of pace. I hope that you all enjoy my little rendition of these characters. Before I ramble on for too long, let's get started. Don't come for me for redesigning him. I know y'all will simp him, y'all will ride or die for him, but to me, this nigga is ugly. He's so ugly. Let me tell y'all what y'all do for this man. Y'all bark in the comment section of all of his pictures. Y'all want to be the food that this man is eating. Y'all be putting full job applications just to be his dog in the comment section. I be dying laughing at that. Y'all wrong. He is not cute. All that. And this man looked like an ancient war owl. Y'all fighting over this man. He's not cute. I'm sorry. I had to change him up. It wasn't working out. So for his hair, I decided to go with this like kind of puffy look. I wanted to give it more like volume to kind of resemble flames, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just associate flames with wildness. So I just poofed it out more. And I gave him a side part because I fucking hate his forehead. I don't like it. It's not cute. We can get away with Tanjiro having a big ass forehead, but we have no excuse for Rengoku. Come on now. I didn't want to change it too much from the original design because, I just wanted to challenge myself. I gave him the Demon Slayer top, but I cut off the sleeves because I feel like Rengoku just has the aura of a buff nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I gave him a little bit of tone, so that the demons can be scared when they know he walking. So for the pants, I felt like Rengoku needed a looser fit to do all those cartwheels and demon slayer things. You'll see these pants often in my comic, shameless plug, Unruly Urayuli. Yes, it's a tongue twister and it's on Webtoons and I have 50 pages and I worked super hard on it. So if you want to see it, then click the link below in the description and you can read it for free. Okay, and I changed his belt because I feel like a normal belt isn't popping on nothing. So I wanted to switch it up because he a Hashira and he dressed different anyway. Gave him some white socks. I should have did black socks in hindsight because it'd match better. I kept the cape because I really do enjoy the cape. It reminds me of Naruto's and I'm a simp for Naruto's. And I gave him some little wrist wraps things to still have the flame thing going and not leave his arms just bare out like that because it's cold out here in them streets. So I gave him some white socks, some red sandal bands, some wood cloppers, I don't know what the fuck that's called, and that's what I did for his outfit. And for his sword, Rengoku has a brother and his name is I don't forgot that nigga name, Shinjiro was training with that bamboo sword or something and I wanted to incorporate that. So I gave him the bamboo sword but I styled it kind of like a little sheath. My speed paints are all over the place. I cannot stay in one area. I'm sorry. I went with around the same skin tone. I gave him red eyes at first, but then I wanted to switch it up to a duochrome type eye because I felt like I was taking a lot from his hair. Those bug eyes, they're not cute. It makes me scared just looking at him. I couldn't take it. I had to change it up. I changed his eyebrows from black to brown. I could see if he had black hair or something, or dark brown hair and black brows, but you have black eyebrows and blonde hair and it just looks like you dyed it, right? But your daddy and your little brother all have the same hair, so this is genetic. And by the way, he looked just like his daddy. He looked just like him. So for the colors, the normal colors of the Demon Slayer fit, I went with a white cape with red flames for the calf and shoulder pads, white on red on yellow. The pants, I wanted them to be black so it could contrast with the cape, and I went with this red inside him because I thought it would look cute, style, add some flair to it. And then I gave him the basic sandals and that's a wrap. That's a Rengoku. Yay!
Damn, look at my fucking forehead. Fuck.
Next up is Muichiro, and I got a lot of problems with him. So while I was on my hunt looking for references, I noticed that they always have Muichiro in 3/4 view, and I believe it's because his hair is fucked up. I hate his hair. The back of his head looked like a table with a drape over it. Them bitches look like handlebars, and the front of his head looks like spider legs, and the spider butt is his front bang. So from the jump, I knew he needed some loving. I didn't change his face up much from the original, but I knew I had to start on that hair. So I started off with a little side part, and for the rest of his hair, I just threw it back in a high ponytail with a nice little ribbon on top. His normal fit was too basic for me. Normally, Hashiras have these cool, unique uniforms, totally different from the normal Demon Slayer uniform, right? So why did they give him a basic Demon Slayer uniform with longer sleeves? To me, it has no style, no originality, so I wanted to give him more of a misty appearance, you know what I mean? So underneath his overcoat, I gave him the normal Demon Slayer Corps uniform. I don't know why I just said the whole government name for it, but and I'm about to be a little culturally insensitive here because I have no idea what the jackets are called that they wear. So I'm about to go old school Southern black grandma and just call it a shawl. I bet y'all don't know what a shawl is. So I changed his shawl to a black crossover loose fitted shirt. Then I gave him some golden cloud embroidery at the bottom of it, and I tucked that into his arm cuffs and to his skirt. And yes, I did say skirt. I felt like a skirt would fit the mist theme a little bit more. Something airy and flowy and doesn't like hinder his mobility. Along with that, I added a little sash to hold it all together. And finally, for his feet, I decided against sandals this time. I know. I felt like if anyone were to be a character without shoes, it'd be the Miss Muichiro, right? So I gave him some of those open-toed, open-heeled socks. I think they're like arthritis foot socks. It just felt right to give him that. And I know what you all are thinking. His feet gonna be dirty as hell, but that's okay. For the coloring, I started on his hair and kept the original color scheme of it. Not much has changed there. I actually really do like the original black to teal fade out. I kept all of his black original color scheme going. I didn't see a problem with it, but I did make a few changes, such as the added sash. If you haven't finished the newest season of Demon Slayer, skip this part, I guess.
Eating a burger with no honey mustard. Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
But he has a brother. So I took his brother's shirt and made it into a sash so that he could at least have something to remember him by. And it's cool because even if he did lose his memories, he's not starting from nothing, and at least now has a little piece of connection to his brother. So like it subconsciously means something to him. I don't know, I just thought that would have been a nice touch. His sword hilt was changed to white, and we got the black on black theme going, and we're done. After I finished though, I thought it would be so cool if he had one of those Scaramouche hats. I don't know what they're called. So I gave him one, and I added some misty like side fabric to go along with it. And this is the true finished Muichiro redesign.
Oh my god!
So forgive me. I actually lost the original speed paint to this because my laptop crashed right as I was about to stop recording. But I still have the time lapse, so that's what we're gonna use. First things first, I changed his scar placement up for no other reason than because I think it looks cooler directly in the middle of his face. That's it. Also, I added a little chip from his ear missing too, just to really sell that I get beat up a lot look. Now, a pet peeve of mine is his edge line. My ancestors called me to help this man. I actually don't mind the mohawk. It's the cut. He just found someone with a katana and was like, make my shit straight, and they fucked him up. I felt it was called upon me to make it my mission to line this man up. Maybe even add a little flair. As for his mohawk, I braided it back because during his whole fight, it was just getting all over the place. And I know that's irritating, especially when you fighting demons all the time. So honestly, I did him a favor. You'll see that for most of Genya's redesign, I literally choose the things I choose so he can have a better time, because I just feel bad for this boy. I also gave his hair a little bit more length. For his clothes, I gave him a skin tight Demon Slayer uniform and ripped the sleeves off because the way that he be getting his clothes absolutely obliterated in fights, you might as well go ahead and get some of them out the way. I don't like how his clothes just magically spawn back, so you might as well make his fit a little versatile. I took the jacket he's wearing in the official art and kind of repurposed it into this kind of sash. Then I added a satchel so he can carry his bullets or whatever other weapons he might need. So since he's from the streets, I wanted to kind of add that little street style in there somewhere. For his pants, I went with harem pants. I feel like these are a step up from just his plain, no style, baggy pants that they gave him. Now, I know no one in this show really has armor, but that won't stop me from adding it anyways. He's more of a tank-like character in the show and gets beat up way too much for him just to not have no kind of protection on. So I gave him some arm and leg guards just so he can block the hits. Then I added a little shotgun shell armband right underneath it so that he always has extra ammo when he need it. And of course, I gave my man some shoes because for some reason his official art doesn't have no shoes on. Like, they did him so dirty, and I know the bottom of this man's feet look like a chewed up Twix bar. I at least had to give him some sandals or something. Then we go to coloring. I did end up going for another darker skin tone for him, you know, to get the rep in. And of course, you know, I had to hook him up with a fade. That gray scalp had to go. I made his dagger sheath to be pulled from the back and added some gold embellishments to it to kind of match his shotgun shells. And then I top it off with silver armor and white socks. And this is my version of Genya.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Next up, we got Mitsuri. I did change her face up a bit. It was just bugging me. Then you got those soulless bug eyes staring at me. No. Also, Demon Slayer has a really bad case of same face syndrome, in my opinion. So I decided to switch her eye shape and give her more of a cat eye with just 2 long eyelashes. I kept her beauty marks, of course, but I did go ahead and pierce her ears and gave her cute little heart-shaped earrings. I just had to add them. Honestly, I had no objections to her pink hair, but I knew we had a problem as soon as they added the green. And that's not the only problem. Demon Slayer has this thing where some bangs in the show just look like roach legs. Then they got that bright ass neon green at the ends. I just couldn't take it anymore. I knew I had to change it. So I did end up changing her hairstyle, but I kept the 3 braids in. I went with a side part and a half up, half down braided look with a little behind the ear braid to make it 3. And then I just topped it off with a cute green ribbon. And I know she gets the color from Sakura Mochi, but do we really need to include the leaf? Then I moved on to her uniform, and of course, why the love Hashira gotta have this big ass titty hole? I mean, I kept the titty hole, but at least I made it heart shaped, okay? It's different. I ended up changing her uniform to make it way more flowy and cutesy since she seems like she likes the acknowledgement. So I was like, fuck it. Why not go full kawaii sugoi in this bitch? For her jacket, I gave her like these rose petal sleeves. For her hair color, I just thought it would be fine with one color, but then I was like, let's just make it subtle. So I made the ends of her hair a slightly lighter pink instead. Since I really hated the plain white hospital overcoat they gave her, you got all these other Hashiras with cool, unique jackets, and then there's hers, the straight jacket. So for the shade of it, I went with a lighter pink with a little bit of white textile on it. For that neon green, I changed it to more of a warmer toned green. So I went in with that green for her eyes, ribbons, and socks, so we could still have that green complementing the pink color composition. And yes, I changed her pupils to heart shape, because if Tanjiro can have freaking octagon shaped pupils, then Mitsuri can have heart shaped ones. I don't care. Now for the legs, I don't know what to tell you. I gave her some platform shoes with this pink ribbon tied around so the weight from her shoes doesn't fuck her up while she's fighting. I have no excuse for her thigh garter other than the fact that it's fucking adorable. And I did end up keeping the socks. I gave her more skin diversity. Let's rep the darker skinned Asians, okay? It's too many of them to just act like they don't exist. And y'all be giving the darker skin tone to the demons, but the women are always this off-white, I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. And after a little color adjustments here and there, this is how my Mitsuri redesign turned out. Thank you all so much for watching my videos. I was so nervous recording my voice and actually sharing my opinions on things. I just felt like I was so bad at doing it. But I really wanted to showcase something that I personally enjoy. Even though I'm scared, I still plan to make more of these. I just really want to thank you for watching me until the end. And if you like this video and want to see more, just leave a like and a nice little comment on what you would like to see next. I'm a big anime and cartoon nerd, so anything like that is right up my alley. Before I go, If you would like to support us, we do have a Patreon, me and Josh, where we show early access for our webcomic, whips, drawings, sketches, early video access. Ooh. And don't forget to check out our webcomic. We've worked super hard on it and we would love it if you guys would check it out. Again, thank you so much for watching and I'll see y'all next time.